Hey guys, I'm sure many of you are probably tired, overwhelmed with hearing about COVID-19, but I have something I want to share with you today that I think could be helpful, particularly for the CF community, but for anybody out there who wants to protect themselves from the potential of harm from this particular virus. So one of the things about COVID-19 that makes it so challenging for a body as opposed to, like, let's say influenza, for example, is because of the extremely high viral load that is tending to come with COVID-19 and its different strands, and also because of the particular damage that it does to a type of cell called a type 2 pneumocyte. And the type 2 pneumocytes in our bodies help a component called surfactant to be produced in our lungs. And surfactant helps with surface tension through the lungs. It helps with the elasticity of the alveoli in our lungs. And the alveoli, if you remember, are the parts of our lungs where the oxygen exchange actually happens. So the attack to this particular type of cell especially makes a difference in the production of surfactant in our lungs. So here's one thing that we can do, and I'll put some references below in the description so that you can look into this some more if you'd like, but I at least wanted to get this part out to our community. So as much as you can, breathing through your nose at all times will help. So nasal breathing versus any kind of breathing through your mouth. And one of the reasons this is important is because in our paranasal sinuses, there is the production of something called nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is important to us for a number of reasons. And in fact, with people with CF, we tend to have reduced nitric oxide. So one of the reasons nitric oxide is important is because it's one of our body's first defense systems for the respiratory system. It has an antiviral component in it, and it's thought that it actually can also affect the RNA and the virus's ability to reproduce itself. But it also helps with oxygen exchange across the alveoli of our cells. And importantly, especially for COVID, it helps the body produce surfactant. So nitric oxide has an important role in the production of surfactant, which is one of the things that is most in jeopardy with COVID. So for all those reasons, we want to cultivate as much nitric oxide in our bodies as possible to have some strong defense here. So as I mentioned, nasal breathing helps with this because the nitric oxide is actually stored in our paranasal sinuses. And when we breathe through our nose, there's more distribution from those paranasal sinuses into the rest of our body. And when that distribution happens, it cues the body to start to produce more of it. So as much as you can breathe through your nose throughout the day, that's going to be most beneficial to you. Some people, I don't know if you've heard of this through Buteyko breathing, but there's also the possibility of, putting like a soft piece of tape over your mouth at certain periods during the day just to kind of remind you, to cue you to keep breathing through the nose, or putting a piece of tape lightly over your mouth to help encourage nasal breathing while you're sleeping. So one other piece I'd like to add to this is humming. So again, this is something that I've learned through Continuum work specifically, where we're looking at using sounding and breath to affect different areas of the body and to be with different areas of the body and different areas of our life, really. But humming in particular is one of the things that helps the nitric oxide that is in our paranasal sinuses get through to the rest of our bodies. And in one study in particular, they found that actually single breath humming created 7 times more nitric oxide in a person's body. And this study was done on a healthy person. But what it helps to do, it helps to empty when we hum. So just a simple hum. So if you put your hands on your cheeks, washing them first, of course, and you can just feel some of the vibration. So you can feel it through your head, through your sinuses, but some of that vibration actually helps to empty those sinuses and then those paranasal sinuses of the nitric oxide and cue our bodies to start to produce more. So 2 things. So breathing through your nose as often as possible, as regularly as possible. It's a great habit to develop anyways, especially for someone who might have a taxed respiratory system. And then adding some humming into your day. You know, it could just be while you're in the shower. It could be when you first wake up, before you go to sleep. It could be while you're in the car. But just adding in some gentle humming periodically throughout your day should help that nitric oxide to come in. And that's one of our best defenses right now against viruses in general, for our respiratory system in general. But it makes sense that particularly with COVID and its threat to the body, that these 2 things would be important layers of defense to incorporate into just our everyday lives. All of that said, of course, staying at home, masking when you're out in public, washing your hands, all those good things that we're doing anyway, but I just wanted to also offer this out to you all in case it could help somebody. All right, take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video and you want to support us in being able to bring some more great content to you
and sport some sweet IROC gear,
just click the link below and you'll get a discount at our store. And we'll see you next time.